What's going on, guys? My name is Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems. I cannot speak, and I'm not going to edit that out. How are you guys doing? As promised, giving you a video back to back. I wouldn't want to disrespect Wonder Woman and break a promise, as she says, a promise can never be broken. If you guys have not, please go watch that movie. You will not regret it. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about alcohol. I've had a lot of people ask me about it, specifically females. I'm not sure what the deal is, ladies, but we're going to try to go ahead and break it down. Alcohol, as you guys may or may not know, inhibits muscle protein synthesis. So what does this mean? This means you're literally killing your gains. So you're not going to be able to build muscle, and it can somewhere I read somewhere online that something like 70%. It can inhibit that and the secretion of human growth hormone up to 70%. It's bad. Okay, that's really bad. That's essentially what we're doing when we're sleeping, when we're healing, when we're just throughout the day as we digest food. We're recovering from our workouts, and if you're going to be drinking, to the point where you don't know what's going on, I would say more often than not that's going to affect your training the next day. As with all external substances, everybody is affected by differently. Some people can get away with it. I used to play basketball with a guy who would drink a six-pack, a little before a game, and he would fucking ball out. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. And then there's other people like me. I'll have like half a drink, and I start to feel something. So, but I don't drink, and I'm gonna get into my reasons why later. But if you're absolutely, there's a lot of different things that can go into it. We don't need to get into the details of like what it actually is doing to you. Just know that it can inhibit your gains pretty significantly, and at the same time, it's all about balance. I want my lifters to enjoy their life. I want them to have fun. I want them to do social things. But you don't need to drink to do those things. And, depending on your personality, if you're very passive, you might just do it because you don't want to cause a fuss or you don't want anyone to look at you. If it's me, I'm going to be like, nah, I'm good. And if people are pushy, then I start making fun of them and becoming a big giant troll. But, if you have to drink to be a part of something, if it's a family thing and you want to have a glass of wine or whatever, then I say go ahead and do it. If you're tracking macros, then just count it, like take it from your carbs and fats and put those calories in there. Make sure you're getting your protein in. Even though you're going to inhibit some muscle building, you can maybe, have like a little buffer there if you have a good amount of protein in your system. So my personal reasons as to why I don't drink, the first one, and this one just usually, like when people try to tell me to drink, I just tell them this and they stop right there. They're done. Bye. My dad was he was an alcoholic among other things, and fucked up his life. He was lucky enough to get a heart, like he literally has like a heart replacement, heart transplant surgery, and he's okay now, but it can be a terrible thing, and I didn't have a dad for a good portion of my life. It came out pretty alright if you ask me. But that's a big reason. Another reason is throughout whatever it is I was doing, whether I was doing martial arts, whether I was doing basketball, football, when I got into weights, training seriously, I don't have crazy genetics. I really don't. I have good genetics from my lower body, I will say that. But my arms are not really giant. I have a decent bench because I have short arms. And my technique is okay, so I can pause a lot of weight on my chest for a long time. But I am not one of those guys that is so above everybody else, I can do a couple things wrong and still get away with it. I have to optimize everything where I can to get the results that I get. Why would I drink something that one doesn't. I don't need to drink. I'm in full control of what I put in my mouth. So if I don't want to drink something, then I don't have to. I'm especially if it's going to hurt me. Like we know we have scientific like freaking data to prove that this substance will 100% affect you. How much? That depends on the person. And like no good is going to come from it. Then I won't do it. There's no need for me to do it. That's like more than enough reason for me not to do it. I want to maximize my progress everywhere I can. And if not consuming alcohol is one of those ways, then I'm absolutely going to do that. Boy, so if you're one of those guys that is competing for a top spot and you are right there, like literally right there, then I wouldn't do it. It all depends on what your priorities are and what matters to you. If you want to be the best that you can be, whether you're competitive or not, then I wouldn't do it. If you are doing it for fun, like you don't really care, lifting is not really like your main thing, but you're doing it because you like the social part of it, you like having friends, you like doing all that good stuff, that's fine. Go ahead and drink. It's not a big deal. I mean, obviously, at all times, whether you're competing or not, you want to drink responsibly. You don't want to get, fucking shit-faced. And if you do, then you need to make sure that somebody is going to wrap you in bubble wrap so you don't hurt yourself. But it all depends. I don't want people to miss out on life experiences if they feel they need to drink to do that. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But at the same time, it's not something that's going to benefit you. So if you, like I said, want to be the most competitive in whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's something physical or whether it's you need to think and concentrate and focus the next day, then I wouldn't do it. Occasionally, here and there, just to drink is not going to do much. I don't think it's going to bother you that much. But if anybody's listening to this and you're like not drug free, then you absolutely probably shouldn't. I know Jay Cutler. Everybody, I mean, not. Fun fact about Jay Cutler: Bradley Martin had his gym opening recently out here, and Jay Cutler was there, and nobody really cared to see him. They all wanted to see Bradley, which is crazy because, 10 years ago, when Jay Cutler was a freaking competitive, like Mr. Olympia, like he was like a god, and it's just crazy how you have a god who actually did something of significance, and you have a guy who looks good and is big on social media. I mean, Bradley's the homie, don't get me wrong. But like he obviously didn't win Mr. Olympia, but nobody can nobody cares about Mr. Olympia. It's all about my man Bradley. Um, Jay Cutler, when he was prepping for Olympia, would not consume any alcohol. He was already putting a lot of stress on his body with the juice. He would actually drink juice, grape juice, to get the benefits of wine, but he wouldn't actually drink the wine. So, fun fact there. You're already putting a lot of strain on your body. If you partake in anything that might strain your liver, you might not want to add, stack things on top of it. I think the older you get, it's obviously going to be more of an issue. Me, I try to be as healthy as I can, and I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, like, for not drinking. I'm absolutely not. Like, I don't even care. Like, all my friends, dude, every freaking girlfriend that I've, ever had when I was bouncing, they all drink. That's fine. I'm not going to tell you not to if you're not, unless you're, like, it's really shitty when people just, like, lose their mind and they become, you have to babysit them, but, long story short, if you have a meet coming up, like I'll tell you guys what John Hack does. If he has a meet coming up, maybe 10, 12 weeks, he won't drink at all. He's going to have the best training he can during that time. And then afterwards, yeah, I'll have a couple of drinks. Maybe he might get drunk, whatever. Da, 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 da. It's once in a while. He doesn't do it all the time. He takes care of himself. And, I like that mentality. It's his way of having balance. It's not super restrictive. If he likes to drink, then he can, but you put it off for so long that when you finally get that drink after, it's like 10 times better. Me, I don't drink. I have no reason to drink, so I just don't do it. If you're doing something social and you have to drink to impress someone, I probably wouldn't be friends with that person. I wouldn't hang out with them. That's really fucking stupid. Um, Nobody should be making you put anything in your body that you don't want to. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys found this video helpful in some way, shape, or form. I just want to say, again, thank you guys so much for all the love lately. We just hit 20K on the Instagrams. And little quick story. I was talking to a friend of mine of a long, long time. He doesn't have anything to do with powerlifting. And he was just telling me, it's like, hey, man, I've been following you. Looks like you're doing really, really good, this and that. And I was like, haha, yeah, man, I got really lucky. And then he started bringing up all the shit that I had to go through to get here. How I used to jump on a plane, fly to Vegas to coach Coach Shorty, if you guys know Shorty, to coach him at that national, and then fly right back, like literally a turnaround trip in the same day. Just coaching, 12 people in one day at a meet, just doing all this, trying to go to every single meet that I possibly could, building contacts, doing everything that I could, just everywhere, fucking everywhere. I had to put my fucking nose in the dirt and just grind for a little bit, and then things started to pick up. John hit me up. He won Worlds. That whole hype helped me get my name out there. And then it just snowballed after that. I've come a ways. I've come a long ways. Couldn't be here without you guys. And I can't wait to look back, in a year from now and look how much farther I've gotten. And it really kind of hit me and made me realize, like, hey, man, like, we always have this I'm not content mentality, which is a good mentality to have, really. But sometimes you have to take a break and just look at how far you've come, appreciate it. All right, now I'm good, and let's keep it moving. So it was nice to hear that. I actually ran into his dad a little bit later, and he said something very similar, and it was just like, these guys are fucking hood. So for them to tell me that, it really meant a lot. I guess I'm just being thankful and appreciative. That's what I'm doing right now. This is me being thankful and appreciative. Anyway, it's 12 o'clock. I gotta hit the hay. Thank you guys. I say that, but I'm not gonna get to bed until like 3. Thank you guys again for listening, and I'll talk to you in the next one.